Right, hello everyone. Welcome to our Under25s League. Um, Round 11 of the season, a penultimate race of the season, where we're on for Spa, as you can see. So, one shot qualifying, 11 lap race, a 25% race. It doesn't sound very much, does it? But it's a long lap here at Spa. So, but now, I'm just thinking, now that Abu Dhabi lap time is reduced because of the new layout of that track, I think Spa is probably the longest lap of the season. The only one that comes close to it now, I think, is Singapore, but that wouldn't be quite as it'd be a few seconds short of Spa, I think. So yeah, I think Spa probably is the longest. Apologies, we're a little bit late, by the way. It's Andrews unfortunately isn't available to do the lobby tonight, and I think Reaper had fallen asleep. No, he's been busy, so he just missed the time a little bit. But so we're just getting things sorted, and there's a couple that have got to join through the EA thing, so friends thing. So it's just going to take a moment. Well, I think the Gooner's joining. Okay, so yeah, I just sent him a message telling him to join off Reaper because I'm not on my own account. Right, let me get the stream up then in case there's anybody out there talking to me already. There we go, Art TV. So obviously, just bear with us, guys. It's just going to take us a little bit to set it up, and well, everything's set up. It's just getting everybody in. I think Reaper has to get them to add him to their EA friends list before he can invite them. So it just takes a little bit of time. So yeah, I think the Gooner's joining as well. Just hold off Reaper. I think we've got one more joining, or there might be more than one more. I don't know. I just know that the Gooner's joining, I believe. Got to watch an advert on my own stream. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Hey. Right, there we go. I'm on the stream now. I can see. Hello. I send a little message to say hello. Hello. Right. There we go. There's the Gooner. Excellent. And we got yes as well. Or lest. I don't know. I don't know how to say that. Did somebody just drop out? Or was it? No, they just picked their cars, didn't they? So they moved up. Um, Gunnar, I think you're probably safe now just to pick one. I don't think there's anyone else. What about Isaac? Isaac's not. Oh, I'm not on my own account, so I can't check. Um, where's the sign up? There it is. No, Isaac didn't do the sign up, so I'm not sure. I guess not. Maybe he's got football or something today. I know he has football days sometimes, so perhaps not. Gunnar picks McLaren. What a shock. What a shock to Gunnar. It's your ARC car, isn't it? You gotta have McLaren and ARC. So, right. Let's go on to this. That's what we've done anyway. Right, here we go. Hello, DJ. See you in the lobby. Great to see you. Who else we got? We got Foxy is Kyle. So hey Kyle. Spikey's with us. Mecky, Puffbeat, Hydro. Then I assume Reaper's going to race as well. Whoopi, who won last week. DJ, the Gunner, and Arc League is myself. So I had to create a whole new account just so that I could stream from Arc because of the changes they made to Twitch. So I had to create a new Xbox account. So I called it Arc League just so I could stream from Arc. It's a bit hard to explain, but it was a pain in a way. Let's just put it that way. Thank you, Pete. I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you. You added Arc as your friend. Legend. So I think the shout's just coming out from Reaper, is it? Yeah. There we go. Just added a whole league as your friend. I mean, that should count as at least 100 friends, I reckon, Whoopi. How many have we got in Arc at the moment? I think it is close to 100 at the moment. We used to be over 100, but we got rid of a load of people that basically just never did anything anymore. Yeah, he is a reserve DJ, so you'll get moved up for him. So if he finishes ahead of you, you'll get moved up a place for the drivers for him. Spikey just left the session. It's not normally a good thing on the. Well, it's a terrible thing actually, because it's one-shot qualifying, and his name's not down. Oh no, what's happened? It could be Whoopi. It could be. It seems to be a really close race between you, Massey, and Chardino every week, doesn't it? But New Boy Wallace might be up there somewhere as well. You know, I don't think he's quite on you guys at the very top pace, but he's not far off it either. So I think if he could get on the back of you guys early on, then he can stay with you. It's just whether he can qualify up near you. I think that might be the thing. Plus, he might have some new league nerves tonight as well. So. What happened then? Did we get... Spikey is there. He is there. I don't usually change. I usually just go with whoever we got. But I couldn't... Oh, I did get onto Spikey. He is with us as well. Let's stick with him then. And I'll take you around a lap of Spa. So through Eau Rouge now. He is flat out in qualifying. And head up, open up your DRS, head up to this right, left, right, which is a bit of a pain actually. It doesn't like it if you touch the curbs, so you can't really use the curbs. You can on this bit if you're okay here. But It is a bit slippery around there as well, so you've got to be careful, especially for the 11 laps of the race. And this long, long right-hander, and I cannot express this enough, that when you're going round that right-hander, it feels like it's never going to stop. It just goes and goes. Then pretty quick left-hander, important to get on the power nice and early, coming out of there. Hang as much speed as you can around the left-hander. You'll see people taking this in 6th or 7th. Hang it round on the power, through the exit, down to 4th or 5th for this right-handers. Probably gear up for the left-hander, so up to 5th or 6th. And then, oh, Spiky is joined, so we'll be watching an AI then, because an AI would be ghosting, isn't it? So I think we're actually watching an AI. Well, this has been fun, guys. Let's get to Whoopi instead. At the 2 right-handers, which second of the right-handers is probably the most dangerous corner on this circuit now. Very, very slippy indeed. Definitely through the commentaries I've done around here, it's the corner which has taken the most scalps. And we head up to what was formerly known as the bus stop chicane, and will forever be known as the bus stop chicane in my eyes. But just called the chicane now, which is a bit boring. Whoopi crosses the line then, and a poor qualifying for Whoopi, P8 for him. DJ has had a moment of something, he's going to cross the line. Here he comes, but it's all over the place a bit. I thought we were watching an actual person, we were watching Spiky, but actually I think it was an AI, unfortunately. He did get booted right at the start, just as we went onto the loading screen from the lobby. But at least it's included him so that you can race, because that's the main thing. So there we have it. So it was Daguna in as a late reserve to take pole, Meki P2, Hydro P3, Reaper 4, Puff P5, Kyle in 6, Spiky 7, Whoopi 8, and DJ in 9. Daguna been getting faster and faster. He has. I see it in other leagues. It takes quite some time for him to bring his actual pace into Arc, but in other leagues that I see him in, it's clear just how quick he is. But he's beginning to show it in Arc as well. Superb performance last night in Tier 1 between him and Gaza, picking up a 1-2 from McLaren. That was a reserve for Daguna as well, because Whoopi usually drives that seat, so he was unavailable last night, so Daguna stepped in reserve for him and did a fine job. And oh my goodness, it's torrential rain at Spa. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought we'd have this at Spa 8? Might not be the whole track, you know. You might get round the other half of the track and it might be dry round there. You never know with Spa. It's right on the Ardennes forest in Belgium, so it's and we've seen it. Well, we've seen it many times in real life where it's raining on half the circuit and not the other half. It's one of the strangest circuits you're going to get, but as it's a game, I don't think we'll get that, guys, so I think you'll be safe. 5 lights are on, 5 lights are out, and away we go. No formation lap on the Under25s, so we are off and running, and as you can see, it is full wet tyres, and it looks like yeah, good little bit of evasive manoeuvres there from that Mercedes, but everybody does avoid each other. Turn 1. Now this is the bit where you come up to Eau Rouge thinking exactly how much grip and I can have round here, and the Red Bull doesn't have very much. And nor did the Alpine. Hydro is out. Reaper has severe damage. And also has a 5-second penalty. That was a silly 5-second penalty because they didn't touch each other to spin. That was they both spun. And Reaper just barely touched him when he's already out of the race there, Hydro. But that moment, the first time up through Eau Rouge with rain, is always a bit of a squeaky bum time. And there you could see exactly why. And we have the yellow flag across the whole circuit. I haven't got the track map open yet, but yeah, it is a full safety car. So these are the settings we've moved to recently, in case you didn't know. Obviously before it was, well, in fact, when we very first started the sort of younger drivers league, it was no damage at all. Gradually introduced rules and damage now to the mix. And we'll be changing for next season. We're looking at this becoming a proper full race. So when I say full, I don't mean 100% race. I think a 50% race, but as a sort of I think it's going to be a 50% race. It might stick to the 25%. I'm not sure on that one. Andrews will confirm that perhaps next week at the final race. But it's going to become our sort of... Well, those that have been with ARC a little bit longer, remember we used to have an Arcademy, used to call it, and it's going to become that. So it's going to be somewhere for the younger racers to race, and given a stepping stone, if you like, into the main tiers as well. So, but it's also going to be somewhere where new drivers to ARC can trial, do their trial races. But it's going to be open. It's not going to be age restricted anymore. It's going to be open to everyone. But the younger drivers and the trialists will get priority on the spaces every week. So just to make that absolutely clear. So it's going to be priority to the younger drivers that maybe don't drive in the full-time tiers, to reserves, to trialists, before anybody else gets to join. So just to make that absolutely clear. So anyway, front group have caught up to the safety car. Was there any suggestion that this might go to intermediate tyres? Doesn't look like it, and I was just wondering, because if there was, I thought maybe DJ and Reaper might take a little gamble on going to the intermediates, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like Spiky, though, is having all sorts of problems trying to get into this race. His profile is showing him as offline, which probably doesn't help. Send him an invite, see if that helps at all. Oh, Reaper's round. Or not really round, just having a little bit of a moment. Hello, Andrews. Yeah, we got a wet spa. With the fun kit. And wouldn't you know it, Reaper immediately at Eau Rouge. Andrews spins out. And unfortunately Hydro did as well, but Hydro come off worse. Straight round at Eau Rouge was Reaper. Here comes Spiky again. Spiky having all sorts of troubles trying to get into this race. Keeps leaving and rejoining. It's about 3 or 4 times now, I think. Unfortunately, it was one of those. And we have seen it before, actually, Andrews. You definitely would have seen it, where somebody gets kicked just as everybody readies up on the lobby screen, and you go to the loading screen, and somebody gets kicked there, and it can cause no end of problems for them. So just not sure why there was a change of position there, but they've gone back to where they were. So he's just coming up to black. Oh, Puffy's out! What's happened to Puffy? We're already past him. Goodness knows what's happened to Puffy there. Lost him out of the race. Safety car is going around again. So, this will be the last lap for the safety. Oh, goodness me, what's going on now? Okay, right, so it's going to be the final lap of the safety car. It looks like Reaper's left the safety car on, what do you call it? Yeah, it's on the wrong setting in a way. People aren't driving it themselves anymore, it's the game's just driving it, and it's going to take us to a point where the safety car comes in, but it takes us sweet time over it, I'm afraid, so just bear with us. No blame on Reaper. He was really busy and he missed the time, and I think he's just come on and felt a little bit rushed. So we're blaming that 1 or 2 things may have been missed, but it just happens sometimes. Puffy, we all want to see a DMF, so can you please put it in the chat? I'm sure you clicked it. You can put it in the chat for us. So, as you can see then, safety car in this lap. It's forwarded us to the end of lap 4, so we're going to resume on lap 5. What's going on there? It seems to be jumping about a lot, doesn't it? DJ having... See, I think DJ might be having some connection issues on his screen because they just broke. Anyway, Daguna gets us underway. Kyle did nip ahead of Spiky for... I think actually, was it Spiky nipping ahead of Kyle? And so is Reaper. I think Kyle's had a little moment on the restart. Mackie and Whoopi exchanging places briefly. And away we go. So again, it's going to be like going through Eau Rouge for the first time again. Can everybody make it this time? There we go. It's a shock, especially when you've just done a one... There we go, look, there's Whoopi going very, very wide, but does keep it going. Well done to him for keeping that going, but it looks like everybody did get through this time. But, yeah, especially when you've done a one-shot dry qualifying, to then have to do full wet through Eau Rouge is not... it's not the most ideal scenario, let's be honest. So, a battle up the front between Meki and Daguna. Daguna, a full-time driver, Meki, an ex-full-time driver, but still drives in this league, and hopefully we'll get him back on the grid soon. A real shame to find out he wasn't going to be racing again. My teammate in the victory in the Constructors in Tier 2 last season. Constructors champion. Really want to get him back on the grid if we can for next season. As I think Reaper's had a little moment on the right. Actually, that's a poo on. So, at the moment, let's go back to the battle between. Well, it's not Meki anymore. Actually, it's Whoopi. So this is for P2. Looks like Daguna's. Well, Meki's flown away. 2 seconds up the road already. Whether Daguna's had a moment or whatever that is, Meki's pace now. He's got clear air. Not entirely sure. Whoopi and Daguna know each other very well. They run a league together, for which I'm an admin in. And oh, Daguna's into the pits, so I think he did have a moment, and he's maybe lost a wing or something, or damaged a wing, perhaps. So Whoopi will then see if there's anything he can do about the what is now a 2.3 second gap to Meki, and these guys will all gain a place over this. Okay, well, oh, Reaper is out. That is in the pits, I believe. So I wonder if he had some damage from that trip off at Eau Rouge on that one. But interestingly here, Daguna's put on the intermediates. So are we going to see everybody having to come in? Doesn't look that dry, does it? DJ's left a session and I can't get him back in. Andrews, you're not in the session. Reaper, if you're listening, can you get DJ back in? He's just lost connection. Yeah, that's right, Andrews. That was why we lost him. It was a real shame. And maybe for next season, perhaps this situation might change or whatever. But see, I don't know if Reaper's listening or not. But if somebody's able to get DJ back in, be great. Okay, let's go to Kyle here. Everybody's just spaced out a little bit, but these two. Yeah, that's what I said, Reaper. I thought maybe a rush. Understandable, mate. Don't worry about it. It's not good. Like that. Okay. Okay, DJ is disconnected from the Wi-Fi. That's why he's back out the lobby. Oh, we got a full safety. Is it a full or is it VSC? I think it's a VSC actually. But Whoopi's into the pits, and presumably that's for. Oh, it's written you know, so I guess that's why we got a VSC. But he's putting the inters on as well. It's certainly interesting. Is it going to get to the point before the end of the race where the guys on wets are struggling too much? I guess that's the question. I don't know if Whoopi and Daguna genuinely believe that this track's ready for inters, or whether they're more sort of taking a gamble because they've fallen down down to the back of the field, needing a new wing and that. Perhaps they're just taking a gamble on something that may be able to move them up the field a little bit. But, have to see how to get on. But all we can do really is keep an eye on the gaps. Let's do the wet guys and the inters and see if it's making a difference. We're with Kyle here, who's on the back of DJ. He's not ghosting DJ, so whether he's got back in or whether I've got a feeling it just isn't on ghosting. There's a nice song. Have it. So if you look behind, that is Whoopi, so he is catching the back, but to be fair though to Kyle here, I think Kyle's just a bit stuck at the moment behind this, what I believe is an AI, which is going to be holding him up somewhat. It's allowing Whoopi, but maybe, well, looking at that speed actually that Whoopi's got there, that does suggest that he's getting better grip, and in fact Spiky is in. So now, is this because he's damaged his wing, or is this just a straight switch to intermediates? I don't think Meki's going to have any intentions of pitting at all. Having said that, I mean, if he has the gap to pit, then he could do, but ultimately these guys are going to have a real task on their hands trying to catch him in what's essentially going to be 4 laps. Lap 8, 9, 10 and 11. Coming through. Yeah, that did look a lot more grippier for the drivers, didn't it? Particularly for Whoopi, who are actually watching at the moment. Let's go back though to Kyle, who's still having a bit of trouble getting past DJ. So, Reaper, invite DJ. Reaper, if you're listening, can you invite DJ into the lobby? I've just sent him a message as well, DJ. The camera just where it's a bit loud on the board. I did turn it down last week though, didn't I? But still sounds a bit loud in my ears. They still battle, and that is the Gooner. Catch onto the back a bit as Meki sets fastest lap of the race. Now, it's not so much if Spiky can beat it because this is his out lap, but does Whoopi go faster? They're just coming through the final chicane, Whoopi and Spiky, so does Whoopi go faster, and Daguna will be another possibility as well. As Kyle then heads up the inside at the bus stop chicane. Instead it will be forever called that in my mind. I'll never know it as anything else. And DJ coming back at him. So, no, Kyle holds him off. So Kyle up into P4, nicely done from Kyle. Nice safe move at the bus stop. And Daguna in the background there, just getting a bit out of shape. Got another battle brewing now. Oh wait a moment, let's just go back to this one. I think DJ is Gonna move back on Kyle. Is he? No, Kyle's used with energy maybe. Of course, as soon as DJ comes out of the slipstream in order to make the overtake, he loses that little power boost that he gets from the slipstream, so maybe that's what's allowed Kyle to hold that in the end. But, here comes Whoopi on the back of Spiky then. So I hope DJ's back in now. Reapers. Sent him a request, so an invite. So hopefully he's back in now, and they're actually driving. So Whoopi's fallen off the back of Spiky. Meki though looking dominant. It doesn't look like this weather is cleared up enough. So I guess for the other guys, because of the gap that Meki ended up with, I guess for those behind him, it was worth the gamble of going to the intermediates just in case it dried up enough for them. But it doesn't look like it is, because if anything, Meki's just grown that gap. He's also taken fastest lap, so in my opinion, I don't think this track has ever really got to intermediate tyre weather conditions. So, oh, Daguna is out, and that's I think it's in the pits actually. So we saw him. We were on with DJ earlier on, and we saw DJ and Kyle, and we saw Daguna have a little moment in the background. So I wonder if he maybe caught the ball with his front wing while having that moment, and that's caused some damage there. So, unfortunately, to finish our Spa Grand Prix, it's going to be, we are a little bit stretched out. It's good to Meku. We haven't seen him really for the old race, so since he got away from the Gooner. Drives in these conditions. It's very much a different skill to driving in the dry as well. You can have people that be a sort of midfield driver in the dry, but then when the wets come on and the wet weather comes out to play, they suddenly fly up the grid. It's, it is a different skill, without doubt. I do hear people saying as well that you get a massive advantage if you use traction control in the rain. I don't agree with that at all. Just takes practice without traction control, but I think the advantage still lies with people that don't use traction even in the rain. So it's just a different skill. You've just got to master it. Final lap then, we'll stick through the lap with Whoopi and then move down gradually afterwards. Sorry, with Meki, but not Whoopi. Although Whoopi is catching back onto the back of Spiky once again. Just up at the end of the straight, so we will then move to this one. Yeah, Reaper, I'm the same, mate, and I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I quite enjoy it, but I think it does make it a lot easier to spin. There's no doubt about that, but I don't think it actually puts us at a disadvantage in terms of power and all that sort of thing. Oh, is that? I think that was a bit of lag on my screen. Whoopi was going well off track then, but got a bit of lag on my screen here. So we're getting towards the end of the lap for our leader, and of course our new champion as well. Another dominant performance. We've seen a few from him this season. We kept honest through most of the season, to be fair, but dominant performance tonight, handled the conditions with ease it seemed, and is going to win by nearly 30 seconds. We're still battling here for the second and third spots. You think as long as Spiky gets an okay exit, he does, it will be Spiky for P2, Whoopi P3, Kyle looks dead set for P4, DJ will be P5, don't forget Whoopi's stand-in. I think Spiky would stand in as well, so will Kyle and DJ get moved up to second and third in terms of drivers, Andrews? So let me know that as we see driver of the day. Well, the game gives driver of the day to DJ. Unfortunately, we know that he was disconnected, so just after the safety car. So I think for a driver day today, I think I'll give it to Kyle today. Yeah, it's out of Kyle and Meki, and I think Kyle had a very good, patient battle with DJ, although it was, yeah, okay, it was with DJ's AI, but still, he showed good patience and waited until he could actually make a move without, with being safe, and he did that at the chicane. And I think he had a little bump, but it was fair. It was fairly done, and yeah, I think because of that patience that he showed, and then getting the move done when he could, Kyle will get my driver of the day today. But it is a victory then from Meki with fastest lap with a 1:59.4. I think that absolutely shows us, doesn't it, that the Inters never got to the point of being quicker than the wets, because otherwise one of the intermediate drivers would have had the fastest lap, and as you can see, they're nowhere near it really. The closest was Whoopi, and he was over half a second off, so just never got there. So Meki, ooh, that's never happened before. It's just I had loads of time left. It just moved me on. Oh well, you've got the standing sort of thing. Oh, Spikey's full time now, so they'll get moved up to third and fourth then. So there we go. Yeah, see you tonight, Whoopi. Don't be late. And there we go. Well, I think maybe the weather caused us some issues there. The connection issues also maybe ruined it slightly for us because we lost DJ. Spikey was having all sorts of problems throughout, and yeah, not to forget Hydra will get the points as well. Yeah, Reaper done. We're not giving him any points. In fact, we might deduct points off a Reaper for forgetting to change the safety car setting. Anyway, guys, we will. Andrews, where are we next week then? Can I get to it on the calendar first, or you tell me first? Let's, where is it? Race calendar. I can see it. I've got it. Oh, you've already typed it. Darn it. Alright, Brazil next week. So we are going to Interlagos, Brazil for the final race of the final ever race of the Under25s League before it moves to the Academy. Andrews is going to come equipped with lots of information next week as to what's going to be happening. So, yeah, there'll be a 2-week break after that. But yeah, Andrews will come equipped next week with lots of information for everybody as to what's happening with the league. He's basically already got it set in stone what's going to happen, but he'll confirm either in the chat or you get me to tell you some stuff on the comms. But anyway, guys, thank you ever so much as always to all of you that watch live and keep me happy and entertained as well. And thanks to everybody that watches the stream back at a later point. Plenty of people do, so thank you very much. Reaper gets fired. Yeah, you've called it. Jesus agrees. There we go. All right, guys. Well, thank you ever so much. Don't forget, I'm live now at 6 for Wheel Spin Racing League. We're at Monaco for Wheel Spin, round 8 of the season, and then we will have, I will have HRF1 for you at 8 p.m. And they're at another track that I've completely forgotten which one it is. But it's a good track, and please come and watch the race. It's superb last week. We actually loved it and got a record amount of views for us, so please come and watch it. I'll share it about in a way so you've all got the links, and that'll be on my Discord, which is ArkHilly, no, it's not hashtag, ArkHilly9505. Thanks very much, guys. All the best. See you soon. Or see you next week.